Traffic troubles along I-70 could get a lot more congested. That is, if Wyoming has its way.
Wyoming says they just don't have the money to keep up with repairs and maintenance on Interstate 80. So they'd like out-of-state drivers to pay.
So the plan is to toll almost 400 miles of roadway, and that means truck drivers and other vehicles could divert onto I-70, and you guessed it, that would bring more backups to our crowded roadways. Thanks for joining us on this very busy Tuesday. My name is Ann Trujillo.
I'm Shannon Ogden. Denver 7's Jason Grenauer has been looking into this highway proposal and when it might happen.
It was really crowded. It took me a really long time to get where I was going to go.
This was the feeling shared by many as I-70 was closed for the weekend for expansion construction. So the thought of adding even more cars and trucks may not be the most popular right now. This may be a faraway highway you've never driven. Interstate 80 is the main route from one end of southern Wyoming to the other. And now one lawmaker from that state wants to make it a toll road.
The tolling would be similar to your E-470, where it'd be cameras and you would never slow down.
Adding any toll on a federal interstate is an uphill battle and would require approval from the feds. But if it happens as proposed from one end of the state to the other, DU Transportation Infrastructure Professor Alex Getz says
it would mean that truckers and just regular drivers would be much less inclined to drive on that road and would look for other alternatives, including I-70 through Colorado.
Wyoming DOT stats show nearly 10,000 drivers passed through the intersection of I-80 and I-25 in 2017, meaning if only 10% chose an alternate route, that's 1,000 extra trucks through our state.
It would obviously be a disaster for I-70 because we're already at capacity, we're beyond capacity, and we're scrambling to try to expand capacity on that highway. And so we don't need any more traffic on I-70.
Getz called the likelihood of changing the entire highway to a toll road unlikely, but said if the federal government approved it in Wyoming, it could spread potentially here and change how all of us drive across the country.
It might open up the floodgates in terms of states charging for using interstate highways across the board.